Gita 9.27. Yat karoshi yadashnasi yajjuhosi dadasi yat tapasyasi kaunteya tat kurushva madarpanam. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, in his commentary to this verse, reveals his analytical genius. He analyzes this verse in terms of what precise level it is at. Tat kurushva madarpanam. So, madarpanam, he says, the offering to him happens at the end. Yat karoshi yadashnasi. Whatever one may be doing, yat juhosi, dasi, whatever one may give charity, whatever one may eat, you offer it to me. So, whereas in 9.26, the focus was on devotion in terms of that being the motivation for the offering. Here, offering is almost like a afterthought. That means that person is already interested in doing that thing, but then, oh, I should be doing this for Krishna. So he says this is not at the same level as 9.26. The intention is not devotional, but the devotion is an afterthought here. But still, anyway that one is connected to Krishna, that is good. So, Chakravarti Pad calls this as Karma Mishra Pradhani Bodh Bhakti. So he classifies Bhakti broadly into three categories. Kevala Bhakti, which is pure devotion. Gunibodh Bhakti is devotion in which the influence of the modes is more than 50%. And Pradhani Bodh Bhakti is devotion in which is mixed devotion in which the devotion is more than 50%. So here, Yat Karoshi Dashnasi. So it's basically talking about various kinds of activities. So you see, this is Karma Mishra Bhakti. It is because the offering, thought of offering is coming later, but still offering is there, so it is Bhakti. And because offering is afterthought, so it is a Mishra Bhakti. Now, apart from such technicalities, the important point is that Krishna is saying you can offer to me. So, there's a difference, of course, that Krishna in the previous verse says that I will accept that offering. Tadaham bhakti uparitam ashnami prayadatmana. I accept that. Here Krishna doesn't give any assurance like that I will accept that. But we have to understand that rather than saying that Krishna doesn't accept or Krishna rejects, we have to understand that acceptance can also be at multiple levels. The connection with Krishna is not like digital logic. No. Yes, on a moment-to-moment basis, sometimes we are in Maya, sometimes we are in Krishna. But overall in our life, we are connected with Krishna at different levels of connectedness. So when the offering is with devotion, the connection is much more intimate. Whereas when devotion is an afterthought, the connection is not quite that intimate. But still, Krishna is not banning the offering because of the lack of devotion. So we see the accommodating nature of Krishna in both ways over here. One is that materially, even if what you're offering is insignificant, then If we just offer with devotion, he accepts. But then what if we feel that we don't have devotion? What to do? Krishna says, still, with whatever devotional intent you have, even if that is, or whatever little devotion you have, even if devotion comes as an afterthought, that's also fine. Just offer to me. Thought of offering itself comprises devotion. Because if a person had absolutely no devotion, then that person would not even think of offering anything to Krishna. Arpanam, offering, involves a certain amount of sacrifice. Sacrifice, the word comes from the Greco-Roman root, Greek root, which is sacralize. Sacralize means it's related with the sacred. That means to make pure. So sacrifice is to sacralize. That means when we sacrifice something, we make it pure. So in the previous verse, Krishna used the word prayatatmanaha. Prayatatmanaha refers to one who is a pure soul. So those who are pure, they have devotion in their heart, because devotion is the natural inclination of the pure soul. But for those who don't have devotion, then offering itself is an act which kindles devotion, and that way one moves onwards closer to Krishna. So we either because of a pure heart we offer, that's one way. The other way is that by offering our heart becomes pure. So in this way there is a symbiotic relationship between offering and devotion, that what we offer becomes sacred. That's what Krishna is talking about. Not only does it become sacred, the offerer also becomes sacred by that. Krishna has talked about this twice. First in general spiritual term in 4.24, when he says Brahma Arpanam Brahma with Brahmagno Brahmanahutam Brahmaiva Tena Gantavyam Brahma Karma Samadhina. That when he has the vision to see all the ingredients of yajna as spiritual, then that person also attains spiritual consciousness. And that same theme, what Krishna talked about in 4.24, when he had not talked much about himself, he used the generic spiritual term Brahma. But by the 9th chapter, he has talked quite a bit about himself. So he uses more specific first person reference in 9.16, when he says the same thing, but instead of Brahma, he is using Aham now. Aham kraturaham yajna swadaham aham aushadham mantro aham evajyam aham agniraham hutam. So he is telling that actually all the ingredients of yajna, one should see them not just as sacred, but one should see them as manifestations of him. So here in 9.27, when Krishna is saying Arpanam, of Madarpanam. So at this stage, one sees one's activities as different from Krishna, but as an afterthought, one offers them to Krishna. But still, because at one level of manifestation, all those activities are also Krishna. So by contact with him, Pavitranam Pavitram Yo Mangalanam Cha Mangalam. In the Vishnu Sahasranam it is said, in the prelude to Vishnu Sahasranam it is said that the absolute truth is the purest of the pure and is the most auspicious of all auspicious things. So by connection with that absolute truth, one moves onwards and on the path of purification. So whereas in the previous verse, there is already purity in the intention, and there is the result is the acceptance of the offering. Whereas here, purity is the result of the offering. It is not the cause of the offering; it is the result of the offering. But Krishna is magnanimous enough to say that whatever you are doing, you offer it to me, and in this way, stay connected with me. Thank you.